Israel is facing criticism over a bill that requires non-Jewish citizens to swear allegiance to the state. The government says the loyalty oath is a necessary step for peace, but Arabs are refusing to pledge themselves to a country they say is snatching their holy land. Artis Polislia reports.
This photograph is all that remains from Samir Wawadi's family home. The house survived for generations, but it couldn't survive an Israeli demolition 2 years ago.
I started to have problems with the settlers 10 years ago. They wanted to take all of my land. They took one house, and then they wanted to take this house.
Since then, he started rebuilding.
Thank God the Supreme Court discovered they had fake documents. They changed the name of my grandfather on the papers.
But the discovery didn't help him hang on to most of his grandfather's land. A family of Israeli settlers now lives on property Samir insists is his, and his story only one of many. In the 2 hours we spend here, there are 4 arrests and the usual round of tear gas, rubber bullets and blame.
And the Palestinians shouldn't complain about anything. They should say, thank you, Israel, thank you that we are still here.
And they'll be saying a lot more than that if the country's foreign minister Avigdor Lieberman gets his way. He wants all 1 million Arab Israeli citizens to pledge loyalty to the Jewish state.
The Arab world, if they want us to give concessions for peace, if they want us to give some sacrifices for peace, they should start looking at us as legitimate state.
So Lieberman has his supporters, those who believe there's reason to be suspicious of Israeli Arabs.
Whoever talks about peace has to recognize us.
But he's also got his detractors. Arabs and many Israeli Jews are up in arms. This country defines itself as a Jewish and democratic state. But if you ask just about any Arab here, they'll tell you it's heavy on the Jewish and rather light on the democratic. Angry demonstrators take to the streets, claiming the next step, transferring Arab Israelis to a Palestinian state. But the government's doing its best to accommodate Lieberman's demands and recently approved the loyalty bill by a 22-8 majority.
And the government decided upon it because it wants to make sure that Lieberman's party remains as a government. It's a large component of the coalition.
The government's under American pressure to freeze settlement building and needs Lieberman's support. But Arab citizens like Rawadi will never give in.
I'm a Muslim. I'm not allowed to swear loyalty to a Jewish state. What should I swear to? And if I swear to them, what do I thank them for? The occupation?
And as Jerusalem announces preliminary plans for 238 new settler homes, scenes like this are much more likely than Arabs pledging allegiance to an Israel that keeps them under the thumb. Polislia, RT, Tel Aviv.